I didn't have a lot to do, so that boredom can kind of play a role. But yeah, I mean, I didn't like going to school, and so I would be sick or whatever and not go to school. And there was a piano and there was a television, and they were right next to each other. And so I would just kind of sit at the piano and plunk out sounds and, you know, and keep playing. But I didn't really think of it like how, like, would it turn into a job or a career or anything like that. That was a fluke. So that was a total fluke. Like, I was playing in Seattle a little bit and doing these little blues jams here and there, but I wasn't very serious about it. I was more about the lifestyle of it than about, like, I'm like, oh yeah, free booze, okay, you know, and you know, I would get up on the piano and get drunk and try to play some blues music, which really sucked. So, like, you know, I thought I was like this hardcore blues musician. My liver said otherwise. And I ended up moving down to San Francisco. Had a resume, and I sent out my resume to places, and a restaurant in North Beach was opening up. And so I'm like, oh, I'll apply as a busser, it's cool. And I didn't have much job experience at the time, so I wrote that I played piano a little bit. And so they offered me a job 5 nights a week instead of bussing tables, and I was like, okay. And it kind of just took off from there. I thought it was going to last 2 weeks, and it turned into, like, you know, one gig into the next, and it kind of just kept growing and growing. So I was always playing in San Francisco and getting an education at the same time. You know, like, jazz musicians were teaching me as I was going along, and it just kind of escalated from there. Basically, I've never been to New York, and the only thing that I really knew was either through friends who lived there or through media. And so my impression was that, you know, it's rough, and it is, to, you know. And I had a friend that really was like, no, you're a musician, you belong here. And so she was really responsible for me getting out here and making the plans for me to move out here. So I started walking around with this melodica and playing it, and you know, like, I'm in the subway and I'm like waiting for a train, and I just start playing it, just trying to figure it out, and that kind of led into, you know, playing with other musicians underground. You know, you never know who you're gonna run into and play with. That's fun, but it also, like, allowed me to get involved with singforhope.org, which provides music for various places for people who really need it. And then I'm involved at Mount Sinai. I'm playing music there. I'm officially a music ambassador at Mount Sinai, which is kind of cool to have an official title. You know, I guess this is considered a weird instrument. You know, my melodica. You know, not the most normal instrument. But I carry this around with me wherever I go, so I have something to do, and I don't look at my phone as much, and I don't stare at my phone as much. I started getting weird instruments about 4 or 5 years ago. So I bought a theremin, and it is the most challenging, bizarre instrument I've ever played. Like, you're playing air. Like, how do you control air, and how do you make sound out of it, and how do you make it musical, or how do you know, but it's also part of, like, a bigger plan where I'm hoping to build a studio in New York, and I just want it to be a place for people to just come and create. Like, I'm not really thinking about it in terms of financial gain or anything like that. I just want it to be a place where people can come and, who are serious about their art, and they want to come and create and